we didn't have the luxury to panic, and that's regarding one of the stories in the book. I don't know if you want to touch up on that, but the main thing is that that's crazy because sometimes people can choose to panic, but because of your alertness to the situation, we didn't have time to panic. Just means you got to move quick, right? And this is one of the aspects of responding to a storm. But can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so naturally you need to get your physical body in a place of peace. And an absence of a storm, if I were to say anything, the absence of a storm isn't what creates peace. It's Jesus's presence, which I think the builder of all things presence. So you're thinking, how's that even practical? Well, it's not the absence of a storm that creates peace. It's the presence of the builder of all things. And so the storm, a good example in the Bible that's very similar is there was disciples with Jesus. Jesus set the GPS, told them, I use GPS, basically like the coordinates saying, hey, we're going to go across this body of water. Let's get in the boat. We got somewhere to be. And if God sets the coordinates in your life, he gives you vision for your business, you're riding with builder of all things, and you have him on your boat, meaning in your business, and you're operating with, understanding he's the owner and you're a steward. That's why that part comes first. You're stewarding and he's on the boat with you. If he's setting the coordinates and you're on the stream, which we've talked about, right?
Yep.
You're going down and there's a storm, the way you react, it should be like the adult in stewardship, but also like the kid in faith. You see, Jesus in this story he was asleep. I think it's Mark 4:28. I think he was asleep on a cushion, on a pillow. Relaxed. And so the adult side of these guys on the boat was the panic because there's a storm hitting, man. There's waves hitting the boats, getting shaken. They're losing their sense of foundation. Jesus is there on the stern. That's their foundation, but they're getting shaken right now to kind of see where their faith is. And so what do is they wake him up, and then Jesus look and say, ye of little faith. And then he speaks, be still. He speaks to the storm and it stops. And then they recognize who he is. Oh, he's the builder of all things. Like even the winds and the waves obey. And that's the story, right? So when I say the absence of the storm doesn't create peace, it wasn't the idea of the storm going away that creates peace, because then there will always be another storm. So you can't rest in just getting through the storm alone. So it's like if you're homeless and you can sit there and worry about, am I going to eat tonight? And then you feel like peace doesn't come just naturally just from getting food, because then tomorrow you might have to go through the same struggle. The peace comes knowing where you're getting the food from and if it's consistent. Like if if you're getting, oh, wait a minute, I have a consistent source to get this food. Or maybe I got a job and now I can have faith I'm constantly going to get, being able to get these resources to have a place to sleep and eat. It's the same thing where that's where the peace comes, is knowing that the builder of all things was on the boat with you. He's in the business with you. He's in the storm with you. And when you have that understanding and that kind of faith, then that produces the peace that I'm talking about.